There is a way to get everything possible in Seluvis's quest line without having to go the extra step in betraying Ranni and having to go to the church and get absolved of sins and whatever. When he gives you the potion, you have the option to do three things with it. You can give it to Nefeli here, who's going to be moping in the Stormhold. If you're far enough along, which takes a little bit to get to Dung Eater's place where you can give him the potion, that's going to take a little bit of extra time. Or you can give it to the all-knowing Sir Gideon. This option probably might be the easiest and the best one because it's going to trick Seluvis into assuming that you gave it to Nefeli. It'll keep Nefeli's quest line open, and you're still able to move forward with Seluvis's, and then eventually not go along with his plan because I don't like him at all. So after you give the potion to Sir Gideon, he's going to tell you to go back to Seluvis, tell him that you did it. He's going to assume that you gave it to Nefeli and that you're a great person, that you're on his team. Now this part's annoying. He's going to have a whole bunch of options that you have to keep clicking through and working through his dialogue. Eventually you're going to get the option to ask about his chambers. That takes a while, and then he's going to say that he doesn't want to show you his chambers, but I guess you can because you helped him out. So that's where you're going to have the first option to get the puppet. Now, if you gave it to Nefeli, this is actually, you're actually going to be able to get Nefeli's puppet, which is not a bad option, but her quest line is gone. You can't get any of the items from her quest line there. You can get a new puppet. Seluvis will give you one if you reload the area 3 times. Like I said, it's super annoying. You reload it 3 times, you're eventually going to have the option to ask for a new puppet. Then again, you're going to have to continue his quest line and ask about the scheme. The scheme is what he wants to go along and try and convince you to be on his team to, go against Ranni, because for some reason this guy's got some grudge against her. After you tell him that you're interested, he's going to tell you that he needs an Amber Starlight, which is going to be here. If you haven't made it this far, you're going to need to unlock the 2 medallions to get up the Grand Lift. Now they're located here, and I'm going to point it out in this video here. This first one is, I'm not sure if it's the left or right one, but one of them is at this fort here marked on the map. You're going to make your way all the way up to the top. It's not a huge fort. There's not a whole lot of enemies here, but you're going to make your way all the way up to the top, and at the top of this ladder is the chest that you're going to have 1/2 of the medallion. The other half of the medallion is going to be over here in Fort Faroth. You're going to make your way through pretty filled lands of dragons. There's lots of them. So if you are not quite ready to take them on, it might be a little bit difficult, but you're going to come across a couple of dragons. You can also just ride by. I left a couple of clips in here to just show that I can beat the dragons. I'm not very good at this game, as I said before, but there is a lot of dragons on this path, and you could just ride by them. You honestly could, but I chose to take some of these on my way up to the fort. When you come up to this giant sleeping dragon here, eventually he's going to see you, he's going to come awake, and he is going to awaken all of his little minions here. There's 5 dragons, they all have like half health. Once you take out the 5th one, it's going to have the giant dragon disappear, and you're going to get another dragon heart. Or maybe it's your first dragon heart. But you take out the 5 little minions, and then this guy disappears, and you're going to get your dragon heart, which you can use at the cathedral at a later time. Now, when you make your way into the fort, this area is super annoying. There's lots of bats. There's the poison bats. They're gonna have the poison all over the place. I didn't have anything to do with the poison here. I just kind of went through it and rided it out and just kept healing myself with potion. Super annoying. You got to take them all out, and they are all going to be in this one area here. So if you're able to kind of isolate them, go one at a time. It's a lot easier, but they are semi-powerful. It's just really annoying. But the other half of the medallion is going to be right up this ladder. After you beat these bats, right here. This chest is where the other half of the medallion is going to be. Now you can just leave. This is where the medallion is, and you can go to the lift if you want. Or you can keep going and you can get the item at the end of this fort, which I'm going to show you how to get to if you continue watching this video here. After you beat this little mouse here, you're going to take down this breakable wall and you're going to jump here, and that's how you're going to get into the area that's going to allow you to drop down and get the item that's going to be on the dead body down over here. Now I already got it, but I wanted to show you how you would get the item if you wanted to go all the way through and get all the items in this fort. Once you have both half of the medallions, you can make your way over to the grand lift, and you're going to approach it, and it's going to give you the option to hoist the medallion, and then you're going to go up, and you're going to have access to the Altus Plateau. So this is going to be the first time that you're going to be walking into this land and this area here, and we'll just continue forward. So once you take care of these giants here next to the lift, you're going to continue making your way down this path here. And we are going to continue on to get the Amber Starlight. Now I want to make a point. When you get to the site of grace, I'm going to show you where you should go. This is the opening that you should go to, and it's a whole lot easier. What I'm going to show you is what I did, which is not easier, because you're not supposed to do this. This actually is a deep hole, which I didn't realize. I just figured it's something when you're on your horse, your sturdy steed, you can survive. So don't just jump down, because you will die. It is a far enough drop to where it's not supposed to happen. Where I put it on the map before, there is a little corridor that literally leads right into this. I eventually took 5 extra minutes trying to figure out how in the world I was going to get down into this little cavern here. And it wound up being the easiest thing possible when I realized when I left that there was a path that you could take. I found this that did work, but it's not supposed to be how you do it. You kind of jump and wall jump against the wall and you make your way down. The Amber Starlight is going to be right in the middle here. Once you have that, you go and you bring it back to Seluvis and you give him the Amber Starlight, and he is still super annoying, and I can't wait for him to die, which he will soon, because you have to exhaust his dialogue before he gives you the reward, but eventually you're going to get his reward, and this is as far as you should go with this, because after this he's going to ask you to betray Ranni, but the Magic Scorpion Charm is the reward that you're looking for. So, until next time guys, cheers.